Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and Susan is joining me today to sit down and discuss a cult TV series from the UK. This story we're talking about today was first broadcast in 1979, was sort of disrupted halfway through by the 1979 strikes, which disrupted many TV shows of that period. So, but we've got this complete, all 8 episodes. Um, this is assignment 2 of Sapphire Steel, starring Joanna Lumley and David McCallum. Um, the story is other one also known as the railway station. This is where you know an old empty railway station is being investigated by a ghost hunter, and Sapphire Steel turn up because something nasty has turned up at the station. So, Susan,
Yes, indeed.
opening thoughts on, we'll call it, should we call it the opening thoughts on that?
Okay, my opening thoughts on assignment two were that this one was so full of dread, and it was the fact that this entity, which you never even got a chance to really see, or it was more like just an experience of it,
Mm.
the entity that fed off of anger,
Resentment.
loss,
Yeah.
resentment, um, pain, uh, deep seated, uh, deep seated, uh, fierce, fierce anger, fierce, sadness and gloom. Yeah, and the gloom was shown through like different layers of reality that they were passing through, and different eras of ghosts that were gathering, that this entity was gathering in this
Yeah.
abandoned railway station. That was so interesting. And of course, time was part of it, because time, basically they worked for time or something, I think, on some level. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just, work for the kind of uh the kind of intersectionality of reality and their livelihood. That's what I think Sapphire and Steel work for. Um, I've listened to pretty much all of their audio adventures and watched all of these. This is my second time through this one, and I still have trouble describing who the hell Sapphire and Steel really are, but that just goes to show that it's a really deep and uh, you know poignant storytelling. It's a different kind of storytelling,
Mm.
and this one, I don't know if they're all written by Peter Hammond, but I think that this one, that his characterization of the ghost hunter and folks who, the ghosts who inhabit this place, I mean, they were good. That was good stuff. Anyway, challenge to describe um, challenge to describe what is the fundamental reality on this railway station
Hmm.
and why it didn't have anything to do with trains. I mean, that was trippy. I mean, yes, said it there. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so interesting. And yeah, over to you, Lee. What about you? Opening
Well,
thoughts and favorite moments and stuff.
this 8-part story is classed as one of the best from the TV series. Um,
Mm.
the entity, or as they call it in the story, the darkness,
The
um,
darkness.
the which it turns out promised all these spirits that they would live again. Um, and I think the railway station is connected to the soldier, played by Tom Kelly. Because every so you hear the music, don't you? Of Long Way to Tipperary. It's known that
Yeah,
all these soldiers were, waved off at the station to go to war and never come back. But music bands used to play, and women used to come give them flowers. I think that's the connection with the railway station with the soldier, and and as it turns out, the nexus point meeting point is on the footbridge. Um, that's where the darkness had come through, according to Steele. Um, yeah, it's a great story. I mean, there's not many people in this. You say you've got Sapphire and Steel, you've got Mr. Tully, played brilliantly by Gerald James. Um, he's got his faith is tested. He wants to believe in the afterlife. He wants to contact the dead. Um, and I don't think he ever expected this to happen. And then you feel sorry at the end of after at the end of the episodes. Steele just bargains with the darkness and throws Tully's life away,
yeah,
which is very. I mean, I know Steele is the tough guy, the hard man. That you could see with Sapphire was not altogether for that idea. Um, but apparently, that was the only way to get rid of the darkness and get rid of the
yeah,
spirit. It was to offer the darkness Tully's life. He wasn't due to die for another 7 or 8 years. So
yeah,
that would be enough resentment and anger, not from Tully, but from time itself, which is a good concept. But you felt sorry for the guy, But yeah, it's a great story because you don't just have the soldier. You've got the pilot, you've got the three people in the submarine, um, all died doing what they did. And this you've got to remember this TV show went out at, I don't know, evening time, maybe 7:30. I can't remember roughly, but I remember seeing it on TV, and some of it is quite dark and scary. I
yeah.
mean, when um, Sapphire is taken over by the darkness with those black eyes,
Uh-huh.
or when her face is melted,
Uh-huh.
and this was shown before the watershed, 9 o'clock watershed in this country. This was shown well before. This is when TV companies didn't really care if they scared people or the kids.
Oh, okay, okay, but what do you mean the watershed? Is that was that a breaking point between uh, uh child or family entertainment and adult entertainment?
in the UK, the watershed was usually 9 p.m.
Okay.
After that, you could show violence, bit of nudity, whatever, horror. But this was shown well before 9 o'clock, and to have those the face just melting, and that's a shock to the system.
Yeah, it was.
It's a great story. 8 episodes, was it too long? I don't think so, because the episodes were only 22 minutes long. So it was good to sit down and watch this again. Spooky.
Yeah,
Um,
very.
Sapphire Steel at the best, and you can't knock David McCallum and Joanna Lumley. Such chemistry. I know other actors have done these on audio, but on TV, if they ever do reboot or remake this series, I don't know who could replace these two on TV.
They couldn't. They the interesting thing was like unlike the Avengers, these two don't have sexual chemistry. They
No,
have they have sort of
working
uh,
chemistry.
yeah, like a sci-fi chemistry kind of thing. Like yeah, like a working chemistry, working together chemistry. And the other thing that's really interesting is that uh, you got a little chemistry between Tully and Sapphire. I mean, that was crazy. Like she was not when she was being Steele just wanted the darkness to lose. He didn't care about the spiritual lives of any of the people on the platform. He didn't really care about Tully, but Sapphire seemed to care about everybody. And then when Tully reached up and kissed her when she was, I just was like, oh my gosh, I didn't just see that. That's not British TV. That happens all the time here in Yankee Doodle Day, but this is British telly, and British telly is no snogging, no snogging, and I just was like, yeah, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, because so Tully, Gerald James, he had a lot of chutzpah in that role, you know. And I enjoyed that a lot. And Tom Kelly, he had tough scenes to play.
Mm,
First of all, he was broken in his brain, and you could tell he maybe have that PTSD, that shell shock, all of that going on. And then he had the aspect of being like the leader of the ghostly minions or something. Lots of ghosts. Tom
yeah,
Kelly,
a lot turned up on the platform, didn't they? Eventually.
yeah, Soldier had everything to do with how they were aligned and stuff. You could tell. He didn't
Yeah,
just let them kind of form conversation circles. He had them lined up in marching rows. That was that was all down to his character. You could tell. And the singing of the song when Steele and Tully are singing to him
pack up your
at
truck
the
and get
at
back
the
round.
at the top of their lungs. I mean, Steele is like, no, no, give up, keep singing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
trying to rile the spirits and trying to find
yeah,
out the name of the soldier. But for me, though, one of the few of the best scenes is where the spirits influence their feelings of death on um on the three. You know, they try and sort of kill Steel with the death of the pilot, and also they try and kill all three in the submarine sort of thing. You know, running out of great scenes played out.
Yeah.
Um, it's just, I mean, it's as I say, a small cast, but just a great story. Does anything stand out for you, Susan?
Well, the yeah, when they discovered the center point on the bridge, that was really interesting, and the fact that the bridge was inside, you know, in the it still as part of the station. That was um,
For me, I like where the darkness took over everything.
yeah,
Um, you know, Steel was trapped in barbed wire fencing. You know, Tully was on the footbridge. You know, he told he could go, and the darkness was just creeping and creeping along everything.
yeah,
And then they wake up 12 days later. What happened in the 12 days? Because the spirits had gone. You know, and the way, you know, with Sapphire as well, she can take time back. It's a great concept of characters. These,
yeah.
I mean, there was nothing ever done like this before Sapphire Steel came along. I don't think there's ever been anything after Sapphire Steel like this.
Yeah, it's pretty heady stuff, you know.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So, anything else, Susan?
Um,
Have you,
yeah, I
have
just,
you- you've seen this one before, have you, Susan?
yeah, I've seen all of them, and then I came back to this one, and you know, there are some stories with ghost trains and other things,
Yeah.
but you know, it was just a good setting. That's all. Um,
Great set, you know, with this the spiritualism of the seance
oh
and
yeah, the seance says like there were three of them, weren't there?
yeah, yeah.
Or was it one that like sort of yeah,
Well, the seance that the school teacher came through, didn't she?
yeah,
Which it turns out she used to teach the soldier when he was at school, but after he left school, they had an affair
yep,
because she kept going on about the age difference, and that sort of it's a way of great writing that how they went from get the school teacher. We'll try and go back, and we've got to discover who this soldier is.
yeah.
Some great writing. Uh, Anything else?
Um, no, I was just trying to find the one with the assignment two part eight. Where is that? The yes, that's got to be it. Um, because yeah, I've just got the three names on there, and so I've needed to find it on a different setup here. Yeah, it's the same one as before. Anyway, so yeah, the other thing that was really interesting was the way that that it was bright sunshine,
Mm.
full light, and then there was Even though it took place over the course of one night, um, it was that 12 days, like then it was even brighter
Yeah,
after the 12 days. And you could really see that time was struggling. And,
yeah,
time itself probably would, like, the Sean Riordan and uh, Sean Riordan and who was the other one that was in it? Was it David Reed? No, I don't remember who
what,
was
what,
the other person in the commentary, but they said that time actually was angry at Sapphire and Steel for interfering at this point because there was the darkness had something to do, and I just I just think that was so, the fact that they could that time is always breaking through and
mhm.
always in a really aggressive way trying to
Well,
manipulate things too. I just think that was super cool, and I
this
loved
one,
it when Sapphire adopted the darkness in order to fight time.
yeah, well, this one time really didn't break through. It was the darkness what caused the time break by bringing the spirits back.
Yeah,
So it was the darkness what caused it. Um, I mean, also with Sapphire with the seance where they took her away from the seance too quickly, left her soul with all the spirits.
yeah,
I mean, that, where you go pan along the platform with all the spirits, and there's Sapphire stood with them all.
yeah,
Well, yeah, just great atmospheric story.
yeah.
But for me, Sapphire Steel has always been like that, and it's one of the greatest TV shows ever created. Short-lived. You say we only got 6 stories on TV, spread over from
But
1979 to about 1982.
4 seasons, 3 seasons, something like that.
Well, I think they were all recorded together, but I think they were spread out yearly.
Yeah,
Uh, but great atmosphere stories.
yeah.
Is you,
It is a good box set to have too.
oh, mine's thinner than that.
Yeah, yours is thinner, but this
Oh,
was our box set.
oh,
Alex had had this before I moved in with him.
nice.
He likes these guys.
Yeah, when I said when we started doing recording this, it was interrupted halfway through the broadcast of the story because of the 1979 strikes. Um,
Was that General Strikes?
it was everything was blackout, electric, no TV. This is what sort of affected Shada, Doctor Who. Um,
Oh,
Continue. Yeah, TV used to go off at a certain time. You had to. I remember sitting in the house with just candles on. Um, this was the thing back then. But when it came back, Sapphire Steel, as far as I know, they re-repeated it from the first episode onwards,
oh, okay,
so you didn't lose track of the story.
right.
Uh, But yeah, um, Sapphire Steel, one of the best, I think. PJ Hammond, brilliant,
Yeah,
and luckily we will be doing an audio written by PJ Hammond in the not too distant future.
very good.
Uh, but it's not Sapphire Steel. Uh,
No, no.
so we'll have to wait and see what that one is. So anything else, Susan, on the Salmon 2 railway station?
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's great. No, no, I don't have anything more to say about it. Yes, of course, it's great. It's incredibly spooky, incredibly eerie, incredibly heady stuff. You have to really think about like these
Yeah,
what these
that,
characters are doing.
that's what Sapphire Steel was all about. It was the eeriness, the spookiness, the sci-fi element.
Yeah, it was.
Um, it stood the test of time.
Joanna Lumley plays is as good playing straight as she is playing comical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She can do straight. She can do action as New Avengers parody.
New Avengers,
Do
yeah.
comedy. Absolutely fabulous. D- Dame Joanna Lumley.
Yeah.
It's a shame, we lost David McCallum a couple of years ago.
No.
But a very underrated actor.
And we lost Anthony Head recently, and that's also incredibly sad.
It comes to us all in the end.
Yeah.
Mm. So, Susan, how things go?
Yeah, it's I mean, this one was Sapphire and Steel without any of the others,
Mhm.
any of the other middleweight elements, so to speak. Um, I like I love the beginning of this of each episode with the the tinkles and then the recitation of the who was coming and you know it was very rich. It's a very rich TV show, and I'll give it 10 planters full of flowers in full bloom out of 10. And if you know, you know.
Mhm. Well, I'm going to say it's an absolute classic. Um, I can't fault it. So it's going to be 10 mouldy sandwiches out of 10.
Also, if you know, you know.
You know, you know.
Yeah, that was
So,
great.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed sitting down watching. I haven't seen this one for quite a while,
Mhm.
so it's good to sit down and watch this. Sapphire Steel, guys, have you seen it? Have you seen the Assignment 2? Let us know. Leave a comment on this video. Let us know what you thought of it. Also, leave a comment on this video or any of our videos if you'd like to join us. All we ask you is to be 18 and over. That's all we ask. And have a working camera and microphone on the device you use. Um, Also, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, please press the bell notification button and you'll get notified every time we put up a video. That's it, Susan.
That's it.
I have to have confirmation from my
Happy 10th
my co-pilot.
anniversary, Geek Assemble. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
10 years. Ooh, God.
No,
Um, what's the public done to deserve this?
no, no.
ten
That's
years, but
really
we're 10 years, but we're what's still standing.
well. We'll menace them with the vampire Lestat coming up. We'll menace them with Mandalorian. We'll menace them with. Eventually, we'll menace them with. Assignment number 3. As we go, we're never gonna, you know,
We're
stop
never
if we can't, if we don't have to.
we're never going to
So,
stop.
yeah,
The only thing what's going to stop us is if we're going to be 6 feet under.
yep,
There again, we could find a way.
yeah, I know.
I don't know. Right then.
I
So,
wouldn't mind coming back as a ghost and doing these.
mm, yeah, I don't know about that. Would you be able to be seen on screen? Because, of
Just
course,
so you know, just so you
that
know,
would be.
we could be still reviewing Sapphire and Steel.
Oh dear me.
You know,
Susan's man works in mysterious ways, folks.
very, very mysterious.
Well, that's it then. We'll call this one a wrap. So we're off. Until next time, Susan. I'll see you then. Bye for now.